destroy your dream collage. Rip apart that long-term blueprint you drafted at the start of the year. Discard the notebooks filled with pleas to fate for your desires. They aren't aiding you. They're maintaining your fragility. They're keeping you submissive to an illusion that hasn't arrived. You've been taught that achievement demands a target, a flawless endpoint in the distance. But examine your existence honestly. Truly examine it. Has pursuing that target empowered you or filled you with worry? Has it granted you command, or turned you into a captive of an outcome beyond your grasp? Niccolo Machiavelli, the most misinterpreted tactician ever, lacked targets. He avoided dependence on optimism. He never sought approval from reality. He possessed something icier, more precise. He possessed a system. A target is a fantasy masquerading as strategy. A system is an assault. And if you're exhausted from fantasizing, if you're weary of scaling structures only to discover they're propped against the incorrect structure, then you're prepared for reality. But beware, this isn't encouragement. This is self-domination. Most individuals spend their whole lives in a phase of emerging, perpetually awaiting the advancement, the partnership, the wealth, the form. They exist in the pending. And since they dwell in the pending, they feel hollow presently. They remain vulnerable. A single unforeseen strike from existence, one twist in destiny, and they crumble. Why? Because their whole sense of self was linked to a target unmet. Machiavelli grasped that reality is turmoil. He named it fortuna, the fierce, unforeseeable current of chance. If you construct your dwelling along the shores of a current named targets, you'll perish when the surge arrives, and the surge invariably arrives. What I'll reveal today is how to cease erecting along the shoreline and begin embodying the current. I'll demonstrate how to swap the brittle notion of targets for the indestructible Machiavellian notion of placement. Once you command this, you cease fretting over triumph or defeat. Those terms lose meaning. You merely progress. You turn unavoidable. You transform into an unstoppable element because you're no longer fixated on one spot. You're broadening across every path. But to achieve this, you must eliminate the aspect of yourself enamored with envisioning. The aspect gaining a rush merely from discussing future actions. You must quiet the innocent within craving prizes and awaken the planner demanding authority. The system is straightforward, yet demanding. It demands viewing your existence not as a narrative, but as a combat zone. And in combat, you don't wish, you reposition. Let's start. Why do you establish targets? Probe yourself profoundly. Why do you note desires like earning vast sums or achieving contentment? It's because you're suffering. You're unhappy with your current state. So you invent and imagine tomorrow to flee it. The target isn't guidance. It's anesthesia. It dulls awareness that presently you're not your ideal self. Machiavelli scorned optimism. He viewed it as frailty. In his key work, he suggests depending on duration to resolve issues marks the naive. He stated humans frequently mislead themselves by envisioning reality as desired, not as actual. Fixating on a target creates narrow sight. You gaze so intensely at the summit that you overlook the drop ahead. You grow inflexible, and inflexibility shatters in nature. Recall your last major target unmet. What occurred? You plummeted, you felt valueless, you felt imposter-like. Why? Because you wagered your entire value on a result uncontrollable. You surrendered authority to tomorrow. Machiavelli proposed another route. Virtue, this isn't morality. It's not goodness, it's efficacy. It's prowess, dominance, flexibility, merciless skill. A Machiavellian doesn't declare, I desire wealth. That's inactive longing. A Machiavellian declares, I'll hone influence abilities. I'll command resource streams and place myself where funds must pass through me. Sense the contrast? Former is longing. Latter restructures existence. Target pursuer depends on chance. I wish success. Planner depends on necessita. Inevitability. Erasing targets isn't surrender. It's commitment. You're assessing existence and querying, where are pressure points? We're vulnerable. We're losing vitality. Who blocks progress? This transitions from visionary to designer. Visionary gazes upward. Designer inspects base. And currently your base fractures because you're preoccupied upward. Cease horizon gazing. Gaze at footing. Gaze at grasp. What controllable now? What structure buildable today rendering outcomes certain? Machiavelli instructs outcomes often escape control. Fortuna turns her cycle. But readiness, planning, that's yours. Perfect planning means poor outcome can't ruin you. You redirect. You adjust, you persist. This initiates invulnerability. You must detach from endpoint love and embrace assault love. We exist in a vocal age. All proclaim actions. Launching venture, attending training, developing initiative. You share online. You inform associates. You crave affirmation pre-initial move. Machiavelli would label this self-destruction. He employed lion-fox analogy famously. Lion potent, scares packs, yet traps lion. Fox frail, yet detects traps. For dominance, embody both. But for aspirations, embody fox. Declaring target triggers two effects. First, brain emits rush chemical. It delivers achievement sensation sans labor. You feel satisfied, accomplished. Thus, drive diminishes. You deceived psyche into ease. Second, resistance forms. Declaring desires creates opponents. Jealous ones doubters, those subconsciously wishing your downfall to justify inertia. You provide aim. Machiavelli counseled sovereign reveal true aims only mid-action. One must excel at pretense and concealment, he penned. Remove targets from profiles, from talks. Advance quietly. This concerns not mere privacy. It's vitality preservation. Speech drains strength. Action builds it. Envision constructing device. Discuss device, display plans, no, construct shadowed. Connect meticulously. World learns only upon detonation. Embody device. Replace target with hidden intent. Target external. Desire advancement. Hidden intent internal. Render self essential to influencers, accumulate advantage, compel decision at optimal moment. Sense weight contrast. Target begs. Intent schemes. Operating hidden intent alters gait. Meeting presence shifts, not anxious visibility. Observing, computing, holding unknown knowledge, playing unseen contest. This generates alluring presence. Others detect restrained strength. It unsettles, commands regard. They unknow your assurance source untold. Mystery grants advantage. Cease pre-achievement praise seeking. Deprive ego, nourish depth. Allow outcomes soul sound. Hear most fracture, establish target. Labor intensely, sacrifice. Then reality intervenes. Illness, collapse, departure, target impossible, target pursuer breaks, laments unfairness, sinks despair, feels opposed by cosmos, Machiavellian chuckles. Chuckles knowing fortuna, chance, destiny, disorder, woman mastered boldly. Wild, fierce, ignores schemes, rigid target makes disorder foe. Machiavellian system makes disorder resource. Machiavelli penned, better bold than prudent. Fortune woman conquered more by daring than caution. Aggress reality. Plan fails, assault new issue. Discard A-B plans. Sole aim terrain, aim dominance, liberty, command assets. Terrain current events, terrain shifts. Don't lament map error, discard map, assess land. Example, employment loss. Target pursuer, VP ambition destroyed. Failure, strategist, terrain altered. Now independent, urgency risen. Channel drive to superior opportunity, previously avoided comfort. Event identical. Response opposed. One conquered by reality. Other utilizes reality. This anti-fragility. Place self-benefiting turmoil. Avoid fragile palace, construct blaze. Gust extinguishes flame, feeds inferno. Targets make candle, wind feared. Power system makes blaze, wind craved. Challenge craved. Turmoil craved, intensifies burn, devours more. Query now. Total loss tomorrow, no response. No, overattached stability, soft. Mentally simulate ruin. Machiavelli endured banishment. Torment. Title loss. Surrender. Number composed masterwork in dirt. Transformed banishment, influential treatise ever. Didn't regain Florence power desired way. Achieved greater. Dominated posterity. Turned suffering tool. Your suffering, rotting or utilizing, taught self-love, care, gentleness flaws. Rest exists, weakness none. Machiavelli queried, loved or feared better? Answer, both ideal but choose feared safer. Self-apply, self-love? Likely. Permit extra rest, poor choices. Skip effort, mood lacking. Love yields average, need self-fear. Fear lazy aspect. Fear settling aspect. Fear future empty version, become internal despot. Harsh, yes, observe gentleness results. Frail forms, thoughts, feelings. Machiavellian imposes order turmoil, you mind sovereign. Currently rebellion. Urges revolt, crave easy rushes. Comfort, loving submission, mocked, crush revolt. Erase weight loss target. Install bodily command decree. Sovereign negotiates no insurgents, cravings insurgents. Hostage potential. Internal fear, standard reverence eliminates external drive need. No videos, no quotes, necessita, act mandatory, alternative impulse slavery. Paradox, self-ruthlessness freeze, discipline soul liberty. Command hard act execute, power unmatched by targets. Feel threatening. Enter space knowing self-command enables space command. Most fail breakfast control. How negotiate? Destiny. Enact internal law. Draft personal code. No complaints. No plan discussions execute. No insult reactions analyze, breach, self-punish. Uphold self-reward. Fair ruler, firm ruler, erase targets, what substitutes? Machiavellian power system daily. 3 foundations, placement, advantage, flexibility, placement. Cease querying achievement. Query required stance. Wealth desire, stand resource current, not target sum. Enter exchange zone, master dialect, adopt norms. Strength desire, enter resistance zones, triumph not race. Position, relocate self where triumph byproduct. Advantage, targets linear. 1 + 1 = 2, advantage exponential. 1 + 1 = 10. Machiavelli avoided solo combats, employed coalitions, others forces. Life assessment, brute effort all, utilize tools, others hours. Others funds, planner queries, max outcome min effort, not idleness. Efficiency, energy reserve decisive strike. Flexibility, daily assess environment. Trends, personal vigor, low vigor strategic tasks. High, intense execution. Avoid force mismatch schedule. Embody fluid, blocked entrance alternate. Barred, subterranean, hard earth, await moisture. Cease motion never, direction shift fearless. System simpler, removes failure burden. No failure constant adjustment. Delay only. Delay to planner, sharpening time. Erase targets, adopt system, gaze alters, cease desperate appearance. Cease pursuit look, acquire possession look. Certainty attracts. Anxious target world, system holder reigns, storm center. Serene, chilled, vigilant. Others frantic timelines, you silently construct enduring realm. Cease future high, present command high. Actions power rights. Silences tactics. Obstacles geometry lessons. New assault angle. Machiavellian path. Not universal. Shadowed. Isolated. Demands slaying rescue-seeking part. No rescuer. No target rescues. Self-rescue only. Not wishing commanding. Now awakened. Stared ambition void. Unflinching. Philosophy grasp initial. Mind sly. Reverts habits. Targets tomorrow. Vigil required. Throne guard. One trap ruins finest planners. Emotional seepage. Feelings steering strategy moment. Machiavelli warned most. Next, dissect total emotion detachment, manipulation immunity. Calm imagined. True calm unknown, proceed deeper. End.